Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Muturi is going to resign from the cabinet in less than 30 days. Yesterday, the Democratic Party issued a notice of their intention to exit Kenya Kwanza. Later on, Justin Muturi was on Citizen TV for an interview. And Justin Muturi made it very clear.
You're still in government?
Well, I'm still in government because, as you know, I'm in that coalition. And secondly, I participated actively in campaigning for Kenya Kwanza in the 2022 general elections. And therefore, I'm perfectly within my right in the coalition to be in government.
Now, from that alone, Justin Muturi is also very clear that he's serving in the cabinet because he campaigned for Kenya Kwanza. And importantly, Justin Muturi is also alluding to the fact that he's in the cabinet courtesy of his party, which means the moment the party will exit in less than 30 days now, he's also going to leave that coalition. Let us go through the letter by DP yesterday, because in this video, I want to reveal to you guys why Justin Muturi is going to resign from the cabinet. Let me just get the letter. Okay, the letter is here. Okay, I have it here. This is the letter yesterday received. It's addressed to the chairperson, Kenya Kwanza Coalition Secretariat. It was actually written on the 7th day of March. This is what the letter says. Notice of exit from Kenya Kwanza Coalition. Kindly take notice that our stay in Kenya Kwanza Coalition is no longer tenable due to the prevailing political developments. Democratic Party of Kenya, via this notice, hereby gives a 30-day notice to exit the coalition as stipulated in the termination clause 1 in the coalition agreement. This notice is effective from the date of this letter. Yours faithfully, Dr. Jacob Haji, Secretary General, Esau Kioni, the chairperson. It's addressed to the Register of Political Parties, Secretary General Ford Kenya, Secretary General UDA Alliance, Secretary General Maendeleo Chapchap, and I want to assume several other Secretary Generals of other political parties, which means Justin Muturi, who is a member of the cabinet, will no longer be a member of Kenya Kwanza. And because he will no longer be a member of Kenya Kwanza, he cannot serve in the cabinet. We all know that Justin Muturi has tried so hard to provoke the president to fire him from the cabinet. But the president, in his own wisdom, or maybe lack of it, decided not to fire Justin Muturi.
Let me say, in my case, I have written and sought to be excused from attending cabinet meetings until or unless the agenda of abductions in the country and extrajudicial killings is formally tabled before cabinet through a cabinet memorandum, so that the cabinet, as the highest decision-making body, is able to express itself and give the country the way forward with regard to those two issues of abductions and extrajudicial killings. I have sought to be excused for those reasons.
Okay, so you are not indisposed, but the raison d'etre is because that must be addressed.
Yes.
Is that not gross insubordination of your role as a state official to fail in failing to attend cabinet?
It is not insubordination when you seek to be excused.
For you to be a member of a cabinet of 22 men and women out of our population of about close to 60 million. So it is a privilege to perform the duties of a cabinet secretary. And I want to ask my colleagues in cabinet, please do not look for excuses when you fail to do your duty. Kenyans, they know which public officer is performing and which public officer is not performing. The citizens can give us a scorecard. And a very good example is the former deputy president. Because of incompetency, because of not performing well, Parliament in its wisdom impeached him. So I really want to ask our colleagues, and we must respect, if you are privileged and you are very unhappy and you are a cabinet secretary, the best thing for you to do is to resign.
Going by your proclamations, been placing yourself in the line of fire and provoking the appointing authority, your boss, the president, to fire you. What if that happens?
You know, when I took the oath of office, I was acutely aware of the provisions of Article 132 on the powers of the hiring authority to hire and fire. But Ayub, if I am fired for speaking against abductions and extrajudicial killings in this country,
yeah,
which is unconstitutional, and which we as a government campaigned and very vehemently, repeatedly vowed that it will never happen at our watch, so be it.
Okay.
So through this notice, MUTURI'S days in the cabinet are less than 30 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to do that critical analysis. Before we do it, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let us dive in. If you are to ask me, the main reason why Justin Muturi is going to resign from the cabinet and why Justin Muturi is going to withdraw his party from Kenya Kwanza is as a result of an MOU which Raila Odinga and William Ruto signed. In that MOU, ODM party and UDA party are going to work together. The entry of Raila Odinga into the picture is complicating the equation for someone like Justin Muturi. What value would Justin Muturi add to William Ruto? Considering several factors, that number one, Mount Kenya is gone already. Mount Kenya is no longer in the equation for William Ruto. What value? There is no value. That's why when he was asked about Raila Odinga, Justin Muturi alleged that he did not pay attention because he was busy.
Waziri, let's come to the events of Friday last week at the KICC. What do you make of the President William Ruto and the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's political come we stay?
Well, I don't know whether it is political come we stay. I thought it was said to have been an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, which and some I had 10 items. I think most of which are things which are in the Constitution. But of course, you know, sometimes in politics,
yeah,
you know, you because you know everybody, remember, people are at liberty to coalesce. It's freedom granted in the Constitution. Freedom of association. So one party can decide to associate with another, do what they think is their common interests. Let me say,
yeah,
I was not quite. I didn't pay much attention to that thing because I was busy in this ministry.
yeah.
You know, and the things you see me doing out there in the field, those are the ones that I think they add value to, you know, the lives of millions of Kenyans out there.
Yeah.
The work that I do, you see me visiting places like Lambwe Valley, place where you can do very good cotton, you know, in Homa Bay. Places like Tarbo, place like Coast, where you can do a lot of farming, mushroom farming, Kilifi, and those, for me, that's the kind of thing that I felt was more important. So, can we stay on the MOU? Well, I think it is it's the right and the right of the parties involved.
Remember, Justin Muturi was a close ally of Uhuru Kenyatta. He betrayed Uhuru Kenyatta because Uhuru Kenyatta supported Raila Odinga. If, for example, Justin Muturi had supported Raila Odinga, maybe things might have changed a bit because, politics is a perceptional game. And William Ruto knew what he wanted at that time. So I think the entry of Raila Odinga is the main reason, because you look at it from many perspectives, even the influence in government is now reduced. Number two, the ground hostility. If you go to Mount Kenya today and you tell them about William Ruto, you can even be stoned. The truth of the matter is that the mountain voted for William Ruto to the man in the last election. As we speak, William Ruto has betrayed the mountain in so many ways. One of them is that he made promises to them which he has failed to fulfill. The other one is that William Ruto is now working with Raila Odinga. William Ruto convinced the mountain to vote for him because of Raila Odinga. In fact, the mountain never voted for William Ruto because they loved William Ruto. They voted for William Ruto because they wanted to stop Raila Odinga from succeeding Uhuru Kenyatta. Now that's the man Ruto is working with. So the mountain feels betrayed. The ground today in the mountain, if elections were to be held, I talked to so many of my friends from the mountain, including the ones on this platform, because I consult a lot. They tell me that William Ruto would actually be lucky to win 10% of the votes from the mountain. And someone like Justin Muturi knows this. So they don't want to be seen to betray the community. The ground is too hostile for anybody associated with William Ruto in the mountain. Number three is lack of influence in government. You see, Justin Muturi entered into the cabinet because of the Democratic Party. He was the Attorney General. He was removed because that's what he negotiated for. He was removed from the Attorney General to a Cabinet Secretary. He's being undermined there. So he can no longer influence decisions in government. He would rather become the governor of Embu. Because remember, the UDA chairperson is Cecil Mbarire from Embu County. And because of lack of influence in government, he can't influence decisions, is bolting out. Number four is the 2027 politics. What is Justin Muturi's game plan for 2027? The first main game plan is to win seats in Embu, Meru. Let me just put it Mount Kenya East. Then he can use those MPs to bargain. I'm told he's also contemplating on running as the governor for Embu. Running for the governor of Embu while working or associated with Kenya Kwanza is a dead venture. So he has to bolt out. He had wanted Ruto to force him out. Ruto has refused, because if William Ruto had swallowed the bait, he would have used it to win sympathy and to whip emotions. So, in my view, Justin Muturi is playing real politics with William Ruto because of 2027 politics. And lastly, I think Justin Muturi is yet to recover from the abduction of the son. I've seen so many people mock him that, the son is old. But you never know. Justin Muturi was a member of the National Security Advisory Council, the highest security organ of the country. He knows more than we know. You never know. Maybe the abduction of his son was not really about his son. That abduction might have been a message being sent to him. So I think because of that, he's yet to come to terms with it. And because of that, he's planning to revenge on William Samoei Arap Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you this question, and I honestly need your answer. Do you think the exit of Justin Muturi's party from Kenya Kwanza or from the cabinet is going to have any political impact in the Republic of Kenya? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.